It's Hack, yeah. We're breaking the mold. Code breakers here, dropping gems of gold. From boardroom plays to cubicle hacks, we crack the code so you don't fall flat.
And I'm the Pathfinder, clearing the way, helping you rise up every work day. From first jobs to next level tracks, we teach what works, no fluff, just facts. Hack what, hack yeah.
Welcome back to Hack YeA, the podcast where smart professionals stop surviving and start hacking their way to a career that doesn't just look good on LinkedIn, but actually feels good in real life.
I love it, Kim. I'm Gary Kam, the codebreaker, your guide to decoding corporate system, unspoken rule, and turning confusion into clarity.
And I am Kim, the Pathfinder, helping you find direction that's grounded, authentic, and sustainable. Not the hustle till you crack nonsense. The heck is that? The real stuff.
So today we are talking about something that everyone struggles with, where you are day one onto the job or 10 years deep into leadership. It's that ever-creeping myth, Kim, that we have to be faultless to be successful.
Right, what the heck is flawless? Today's topic is progression, not perfection. And I know a lot of you want to be perfect, but perfection is not the point. Growth is. Let's get real for a second. I used to be obsessed with perfection. I mean, 2 a.m., the queen of the 2 a.m. emails, the draft that never got sent because it just needed one more tweak, and one more tweak turned into I don't know how many tweaks.
Well, I want to say amen to that too, Kim, because I do the same thing, so that 100% been there too. I once spent an entire weekend, Kim. I'm not sure it's for you though, but it's for something that you were leading. The Tweak dashboard for an executive review. Color-coded every cell, aligned every single column header, even adjusted the fonts. That's something that you taught me to do. Spacing, the spacing on the fonts, the font size, so that it looks perfect. And guess what? Yeah, and I also double-check all the numbers down to the 5th digit, making sure every single thing is rock solid, locked in.
That's extreme, the 5th digit.
And the meeting lasted for 12 minutes. No one even asked about my dashboard.
Hey, like our podcast.
Yeah, right?
12 minutes.
All they care about was, is it green or red? And I was like, what? And then I was thinking, I sweat all weekend to do this stupid pixel alignment and try to design this masterpiece, and no one cares.
Yep, that's the thing. Perfection doesn't just waste time. It robs us of presence.
And family at times.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be physically at dinner on the couch, but mentally stuck, replaying what I could have said better in a meeting. I know all of us do it. And it just chips away at your confidence. It's because it's not just in a meeting. You might have said you had a little argument or something with someone, and you go back and say what I should have said.
Yep.
I should have said this. I should have said that.
Exactly. And you know what changed it for me, Kim? You are the one that actually changed how I think about perfectionists.
All right.
You always tell me not to let perfection get in the way of progression. And since then, I had completely changed the mindset, right? Like, you constantly remind me not to be flawless. Like, it's like, Gary, I know that you want to be perfect at everything that you do because it represents you, but it's like, don't let that lock you in. But being that guy who keeps things moving is the key, right? That's what you always tell me. The one that who asks questions, who builds on feedback, who owns mistakes and adapted. That's when I got noticed.
Yep, absolutely. I remember that little light bulb, the getting noticed moment. But and then everybody was asking for the wizard. Like, where's the wizard? I want Gary in here. I want him in this meeting. But I think it's much harder for us with analytical minds, which we both have, to stop short of 100% perfection. We felt like we have to have everything analyzed perfectly. Analysis paralysis is another episode. Dot every I, cross every T. And sometimes it's needed, right? If you're in a heavy culture of analytics, sometimes that's needed. But more often than not, you want to involve your team or others before you have a final product. The key is to keep progressing. And that's what leadership is. And leadership at any level, right? It's not knowing everything. It's utilizing your team, or if you don't have a team that you actually manage, it's those around you that you're working with, and move forward.
Yeah, and corporate culture doesn't help, right, Kim? In this environment, we are groomed to perform in the culture all the time.
Yep.
Your wins get broadcasted.
Yep.
Your miss get punished oftentimes. So no wonder we chase after pressure.
Especially if you're part of a marginalized group, you feel like you have to over-deliver just to stay at the table. There's this invisible pressure, right? Sometimes it's invisible, that we put on ourselves. Don't just be good, but we want to be unshakable.
Yeah.
We want to be beyond critique, and it gets exhausting. And then, we have coming up your mental wellness, but getting exhausted can cause all kind of issues for you personally.
Yeah, so let's pause there, because if you are listening to this and thinking, I can't afford to be less than perfect, we get it. We are not asking you to underperform here. We are saying, let's go to the illusion, let go of the illusion that perfect is required.
Yeah.
It's not. Strategic, consistent progress, right? That's the win.
And say it again. The goal is momentum, not mastery.
Yep. And here's what's true across the industry. The people who grow, who rise, who earn trust, they are not flawless. Look at it. Do your own research. They are the one who own their developments.
Yeah, when someone tells me I'm not ready, my response is always, none of us were. Progression looks like doing it before you feel 100% ready. Before your slides are perfect. Before your confidence catches up. And yes, that can be scary, right? All of it, because it's change. Again, all of it is scary, can get scary to you, but continue to push and it gets easier.
Yeah. And before I shout out to a few folks that I want to talk about here, just the ride here to this podcast, me and my son was talking in the car, and this topic actually happened in the car because he was talking about workout, and I was like, son, stop finding the perfect workout or getting to the end goal that you wanted. You have a lot of baby steps in between.
Absolutely.
The progression into doing the first step before the next is important than getting it at the end of the end result.
Love it.
Right.
So many life lessons, right? We're talking corporate setting, but so many life lessons just to be able to do that in real life. I mean, you experience these in real life.
But let me shout out though to a few folks that I have privileged to work with. Molly, Ani, and Jake. You guys know who you are out there? Shout out to you. I have known them since their intern days. And let's be honest, interns are not expected to show up with years of experience and polished resume, right? But those three that I work with, they stood out anyways. Not because they are perfect, but because they embrace progression. They were curious and constantly asking questions, not afraid to say, wait, they're not afraid to say, wait, can you explain that again, right? They show humility, never pretending to know more than they did, but always ready to learn. And they took bold actions, trying new things, experiencing, and learning through doing.
And what happened with them in their careers, the three of them, and shout out to you guys, the three of them advanced very quickly throughout the organization and then moved on to better things.
Exactly. And so they didn't wait until they are ready or perfect to continue, right? They lean in, make mistakes, improve, and keep moving forward. And the results, like Kim said, by the time that they graduated, every department under supply chain that Kim was leading, including myself, was trying to recruit them onto our own department because the mindset, the progress over perfection, curious over ego, and action over hesitation. That's what people remembers.
Yes.
And that's what creates trust, impact, and momentum. And that's what got them jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm thinking about a colleague that I kind of mentored, David, who used to be soft-spoken, overthought every move. One day I told him, it's like imperfect action beats perfect hesitation, right? You don't want to just be perfect all the time because you're going to get left behind trying to get that perfect answer to everything. And those colleagues, like the ones that you kind of mentioned before, will be a step ahead every time.
Exactly.
Right? So They aren't always right, but you add value. And so people notice then. So now he's managing the project that he once tiptoed around, or he managed that project. And so, keep progressing. Keep progressing.
I like that.
So, all right, time to get tactical. If perfection has you frozen, here are 3 real hacks to break the cycle. Hack 1, set a progress metric. Instead of asking, did I nail it? Ask, did I move it forward? So progress isn't always loud, right? Everybody's not going to always see your progress, but you know that you're still moving forward.
I love
So
that.
it's consistency, clarity, courage.
It's not always loud. It's very key there. Like a lot of people get discouraged because oh, nobody noticed. No. Don't ever think that. Like that silence is actually very important in your career. Let it grow. Let it compound.
Yep, I always say, as long as I'm not hearing stop,
Yep.
keep moving.
Keep
moving forward. If it's quiet, good.
No news is good news.
Yeah, that's right. Hack number 2. I put 1, 2. Share before you're ready. All right, and I am a big proponent of this. Share it before you're ready. Don't wait until it's perfect to loop in your team or your manager or your coworker that you sit next to. Share early drafts. Early ideas. It builds collaboration, gives you room to refine with less pressure, and actually it's going to come out with a better product in the end once you get more minds on whatever it is that you do.
And actually, Kim, that you taught, that I learned from you a lot too, and I apply that in my current job now, and it works a lot. Because like you said, if I always have to design my dashboard into perfect, I will always have to redo it 3 or 4 more times. But because I start sharing at the draft mode, I always end up with the perfect design at the end because I got everybody's input along the way.
Yeah, and the thought just came as you were talking about perfect. And perfect to whom?
Exactly.
Right? It's like perfect to whom? Every time you get it perfect for yourself, somebody else that's part of that audience is going to say, why didn't you include that, or why didn't you include this?
Yep.
So forget this perfection, guys.
Yeah, forget about perfection. It's not perfect.
All right. Hack number 3. Reflect and reset weekly. At the end of each week, jot down one thing you improved, and this is that journal that I love to have, right? One thing you improved, one thing you learned, one thing you'll do differently next time. That's how you build a progression mindset. It's not flashy, it's foundational. And at some point here, just got to work on it, but we're going to have a journal included on our website for you to be able to download. That's going to track the progress that you have. But definitely keep a journal. Very important.
I love it, Kim. And look, there's nothing wrong with wanting excellence. Excellence is good. But perfection is a mirage. So if you are chasing it for too long, it will burn you out. But guess what? If you are in that burnout mode, don't worry. Stay tuned at episode 9 and 10. We will help you how to treat that burnout. But right now, progress is human, right? And progress compounds. You can build a bold, beautiful, successful career without burning yourself out. So don't let fear of perfection stop you from sharing your ideas, owning your space, or stepping into your next opportunities.
The world definitely does not need more perfect employees. It needs present, thoughtful, evolving leaders. That's you. That is you. Thanks for spending this time with us. Again, if this episode spoke to you, forward it to a friend, a coworker, your team, anyone who needs a reminder that progression is powerful. And once again, we want to thank the Da Vinci Group for production of this podcast, and he's never stepped in, so I'm just asking him to step in and show his face.
Right I think I'll be in the middle
Dominique of the Da Vinci Group is doing all this behind the scenes editing for us, so we thank him. Thank you. Thanks, Dominique.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
All right.
And don't forget to subscribe always. Leave a review because we do read all your reviews and it does transform into podcasts. So follow us on LinkedIn and YeA, and we have got more real talk and smart hacks coming your way. So let's say it loud. Heck yeah!
It's Hack Yeah. We're breaking the mold. Code breakers here, dropping gems of gold. From boardroom plays to cubicle hacks, we crack the code so you don't fall flat.
And I'm the Pathfinder, clearing the way, helping you rise up every work day. From first jobs to next level tracks. We teach what works, no fluff, just facts.